go. So I've been working with individuals from youth to elderly for an extended period of time now. I've worked with hundreds of people, possibly even thousands if you think about, the sports performance training and the larger group training I used to do before getting involved in more privatized small group training. But a lot of people respond differently to different training protocols as well as different diets and nutritional strategies. There's a lot of variables that go into play. I think some of it really, the older I get, is biotyping. So depending on your ancestry, a lot of it's going to be based on what you can easily, absorb, allergies, stuff like that. Maybe if you were predominantly Irish, you might do better on a diet similar to what Irish people eat for thousands of years. getting some potatoes now. But as someone possibly closer to the equator, they can thrive a little better on sugar and papaya and stuff like that. But a lot of it, I think, is biotyping, and over years, evolution and development goes into it, and how your body responds to certain things. There's also genetic variables. We usually break people up into 3 different categories. So ectomorphs, endomorphs, mesomorphs. And part of that is, depending on your training, and your goals, some of that's going to dictate how hard you're actually going to have to work to meet these goals. Endomorphs usually can slap on lean muscle mass as well as fat. They just build easily. A lot of these kids are going to levitate towards, power sports and things of that nature. Ectomorphs, they have a lot of trouble gaining muscle, they have trouble gaining fat, they just have trouble gaining weight in general. A lot of these people are going to levitate originally towards like aerobic sports, running, distance running, cycling, things of that nature. It's not saying that you won't be able to reach your goals, but you just might have to work harder depending on what your goals actually are based on your body type. Mesomorphs are usually just straight freaks and slap on muscle like it's their job. They usually can maintain they're pretty lean and just V-tapered and yoked. But, going past, that kind of typing, most people I'd say are kind of in the middle of some of those categories too. There's a lot of gray area. But different training protocols and different nutrition strategies and diets are going to work differently for different people, all right? So, just because your boy Jerry is yoked and eats Fruit Loops mixed with Fruity Pebbles 3 times a day, and he's 240 solid with like 6% body fat, it's probably not going to work for you. He might have been training for the last 25 years to build muscle. You might be allergic to sugar, processed sugar, as well as dairy. Like, it might not work for you. Where am I going with this long spiel? You need to experiment and see what works for you. You need to think for yourself. You might respond really well to training to failure. I personally don't see a lot of success with my clients when they're missing reps all the time. I don't really see it as a sustainable long-term approach. I think using progressive overload and doing things of that nature, slowly building, continue to build, add weight, add volume, add a set, add a rep. Like, I think over the long term, it just seems more sustainable for most people to succeed at getting stronger, being healthier, getting leaner. You got to find ways to stay in the game. But there are people out there that they might be able to use a different approach, and that's going to work for them. So get after it. Think for yourself. You got to find a way. You might have to break through some brick walls. You might have to work your butt off to get there. But it can happen, man. Program wisely. Let's get after this thing. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Peace.
Yeah.